Hey guys, welcome back to another Pokopia session. Today we're going to just kind of see what we can do in Pokopia and have a little fun. Hopefully you like these kind of videos. If you just enjoy watching people play games, whether it's Pokopia or otherwise, let me know. And we can definitely do more of these. So we're going to see where we're at. Honestly, I feel like last time I kind of just wandered around and talked more than I actually played. So this time we are going to just go for it. And I'm going to actually play, believe it or not. I am currently in Sparkling Skylands, which I just got to not terribly long ago. And I just got to the part where I guess you meet like Gardevoir, and then you end up at the big building right up there. And so I'm trying to figure out, ooh, there's a Lugia feather that I'm gonna have to go get. But first things first, I just started up the game, have not played it all today. Actually didn't get to play it all yesterday. Ooh, level up. We upgraded our environment level, which is great. Need to add a stamp. 2 Mewtwo's in a row. That's awesome. So apparently there's different rarities of these stamps, and so like every day that you play, I guess it's kind of similar to I don't know, the Nook Miles thing, like the ABD in Animal Crossing. Like every day that you play, if you reach a certain streak, you get a bonus here. In this case, it's Stamp Rally, and it ends, I guess, every Friday. So I guess tomorrow I would like get the reward for this. But apparently, the rarer stamps, such as like the 3 legendaries here, I've got 1 Zapdos, 2 Mewtwo, you get, I don't know, I guess the bonuses are greater. So anyway, check our challenges. We're going to skip those. We've got new challenges thanks to the increased environment level of the area. That is fantastic. New daily challenges. I'm going to report all here. Okay, cool. Let's see what new in the shop here. What do we got? Let's see what our new daily items are. Antique chest? Yes, I will take that. That's pretty cool. The stuff that I don't have recipes for, I try to just go ahead and buy. I don't think I have that yet either. The recipe anyway. So I'm going to go for that. Purchase complete. Why not? Tall potted plant. Why not? Laptop. Yes. Ooh. Recipe. Laptop recipe. Yes, please. Sweet. I would imagine like electric types, like the electronic items like that. Guest room wall. Yeah, so luxury cruise ship, as in like the SS Anne. So in Bleak Beach, you actually get to go inside of the ruins, the wreckage of the SS Anne, which is pretty awesome. And so this is kind of what I've got going here. In the Skylands, again, I just started. I've got Gardevoir. Somebody's talking. Can I take a moment of your time? Let's go see what somebody needs in one of my little shacks here. Who's... Oh, it's Glimmora. Okay. Ditto, excuse me, I have a quiz for you. Will you attempt it? Okay, so it's one of these quizzes. Let's see what we got. I want to attempt it. Usually it's like the sizes of Pokemon, like if one's taller than the other, or bigger, or whatever. Thank you, Mora. Let's do it. Let us do it. Which is heavier, me or Ninetales? Oh, man. I want to say Ninetales, but then again, Glimmora is new from Scarlet and Violet, Gen 9, and I'm not quite as familiar. I'm going to say Ninetales. Incorrect. So Glimmora weighs more than Ninetales. I will prepare another question later. You must try it. Thank you for attempting my quiz. Okay, whatever. So apparently Glimmora weighs more than a Ninetales. Would have lost that bet, for sure. Here's a trace right inside one of my little shacks here. I would say house, but that's probably a little too generous for these nasty little shacks that I've made. Okay, so that's Electrode. Either Electrode or Voltorb, either one. Playing Pirate. So to make this habitat, I'm going to need 2 barrels, 2 cannons, and a ship's wheel. The ship's wheel I know I can probably get from the SS Anne. Okay. Cool, cool. There are so many Pokemon that I have not gotten. It is ridiculous, guys. Like, look at my Pokedex. It is sad. Nope, that's not the Pokedex. Look at all the Pokemon I have not gotten. And, like, the grayed out ones are just those that I've been given hints for, or, like, have seen what their habitat would be. I'm sure there's more. Ugh. Okay. I did get the events. So Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff, thankfully, I grabbed during that event. I guess it was the first event for this game. And it was like a springtime event. And I'm glad that I grabbed those 3 before it ended because I'm a huge Johto fan. So I had to get Hoppip line for sure. Another Trace, we got... Oh, Snivy. Okay, cool. Is that Snivy or is that the second stage? That might be the second stage. Is that Servine or Snivy? I can't. That might be the second stage. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go see what happened with this giant building up here at the top, because that's kind of where I left off a couple nights ago. Oh, and by the way, I did get Glide. I'm a little farther along than I was during our last video. And that's pretty awesome. You, of course, get Glide from Dragonite, who is one of my personal favorite Pokemon of all time, by the way. I've always had a thing for Dragonite ever since... I know I talk about Gold and Silver Crystal way too much, but when Lance shows up at the Rocket Hideout at Lake of Rage, Mahogany Town, and he just murks the guy with the Hyper Beam, that stands out to me. Hey, Chase, here's Tinkaton. Or the Tink Master, I should say. Notice the hammer is more than just an ordinary hammer. It's got like all the, I guess a wrench, and like a saw blade going on there. So it's kind of cool how they've got, I don't know, not different Pokemon, but different types of Pokemon specific to Pokopia. I've kind of enjoyed that, like Mosslax and the Professor and that sort of thing. There you go, Chase. Got your Tinky Gears already. You're good to go. You got 6 Tinka Gears. So those are items, I guess, that you can only get from Tinkaton here. And I think it's iron ingots, and then Tinkaton converts those. So this is... Oh, it's done. That's a wrap. Okay. Chase, there you are, bud. The Skyland building's second floor is all finished. Originally, when I saw this, I thought it might have been Celadon Department Store, but I'm not entirely sure. It also makes me wonder if it's like the humans where they launched from. Because like apparently the whole premise of this game is all the humans are gone. They've escaped the planet because of natural disasters, you know, occurring, and then they left all the Pokemon behind in PC boxes. Go figure. I guess like a lot of us have over the years. It's like dusty cartridges with Pokemon on there that haven't seen the light of day for 15, 20 years. You should definitely check it out while you're here. Is this a cutscene? Ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Oh wow, okay. It's like got a play area. It almost looks like a doctor's office or something, maybe? What if it's Silphco? What if this is the Silphco building? The Skyland building second floor is complete. Awesome. Okay. For the second floor, I put in a human workspace and a Pokemon play space. See, that way, when the humans come back, they can have fun with us and work at the same time. Next up, we gotta work on the third floor. I was thinking we could make the third floor a place where we'd all come and eat. Oh, so is it gonna be like a... What do they call that at the mall? The food court? But I don't know anyone who can make that much food. Oh, I do. Okay, so this is another example of a Pokemon that has a different... I don't know what you would call it. A different form, I guess you could say. Specific to Pokopia, but Greedent which is the evolution of Squavit, or Squovit, depending on the pronunciation, from Sword and Shield, is the chef in this game, Chef Dente. Wait, really? There's a Greedent who's a good cook in the town with the volcano? Whoa, that's got to be one amazing Greedent. By the way, Greedent, that's greed and rodent. What do they call that? Amalgamized, put together, amalgamation, something like that. In that case, think you could get this Chef Dente to join us so we can start working on the 3rd floor? Just give me the word once we've got all the materials ready and a crew of Pokemon to help. Okay. Tink Master's request. What do we got here? Rebuild the huge building. We don't know exactly what the building is yet. Make Tink Master's dream come true by restoring the huge building. Okay. So, now here's something that I've wondered. We're going to get into, can you take a Pokemon from one area to another? I'm going to fast travel. I'm going to go to Bleak Beach. Because I do have a home there now. I've got a home in the 4 kind of main areas, which is the Withered Wastelands, Bleak Beach, Rocky Ridges, and Sparkling Skylands. And apparently there's other areas, such as, I think it's Pallet Town, but it's spelled as in like an actual pallet with 2 T's. So I don't know if that has something to do with Smeargle or what. You have arrived home. So we gotta go find Greedent. But while I'm here, it looks like I've got some stuff that's... Oh, wait. I got some stuff that's been built. Orange Hut has been built. And I got some stuff to pick here. Actually, I want to take these tomato plants back to my main base in Withered Wasteland. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And see, here's the thing. You guys got to bear with me. Like, you get sidetracked in this deal. That's why I said in the last video, like... I think I put in the description, it's either the worst or best game ever for ADHD folks, because let me tell you, there is plenty to get derailed by. Because you're like, oh, okay, I want to go get Greedent to advance the story and whatever, and then all this other stuff here is for me to do, so. Okay, I'm going to leave it with that. I'm not going to get too sidetracked. Where did I go? Where am I? Oh, I didn't mean to go to Bleak Beach. I meant to go to... Yeah. Greedent's not at Bleak Beach. He's at, Rocky Ridges. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to Rocky Ridges, but then I am going to take, those plants back to my main farm, because I don't know. I just like having them all in one place. And I did get Hoppip and Jumpluff set up in a house right next to it so they can grow. Like, that's their specialties, to grow the stuff. So it's like boosting my crops, kind of like the bees in Minecraft, kind of, you know. I haven't done any of the fossils at all. That's another thing that's on my to-do list. Here's my shameful house, my Stone Age house in Rocky Ridges. I just threw this thing up because I wanted the fast travel. I haven't really put a ton of time into this place or a lot of other places. Here's a treasure. This is one of those games, like, I literally would need to take off work for like a week in order to feel like I've fully invested enough time into it. Ooh, okay, I got crops to pick. Bear with me, I gotta pick these crops here. One thing I did learn is... Actually, it was my wife who told me this. Thank you. But cut, boom, you get your crops just like that. Now, this is probably like caveman stuff compared to what some people are doing now. I've seen some videos where people are like actually making automated farms, like Minecraft style, like fully automated farms. And I'm like, that's pretty incredible. I'm not to that level, obviously, yet. But I'm doing the best I can. I got a full-time job and I got kids too, so unfortunately, I don't have nearly the time that I would like to have for Pokemon in my life. What does Dartrix want? Hey, Ditto. Hey Ditto, you've got small logs on you, yeah? If you give me some, I can make pieces of lumber for you. Okay, great. So Dartrix is kind of like Scyther, who I think is the first Pokemon that you're introduced to that can give you... oh, I gotta keep smashing A. That can give you lumber from logs. You get a recipe for extravagant carpeting. Oh, cool. You hear that? That music? That's Mount Moon. That's so cool. I love the music in this game. The remixed tracks from Red and Blue, it is truly incredible. And apparently Rocky Ridges is what's left of Mount Moon, which is cool because I didn't realize that Mount Moon was volcanic. Unless I completely missed something in Gen 1, let me know. But this whole area has been devastated by a volcanic eruption, obviously, because there's ashes. Like, that's all ashes. You can see the lava coming out up there. And spoiler alert, when you finish the kind of story at this particular part of the game, you're introduced to the mythical Pokemon Volcanion from Gen 6, I believe, who pops up like at the top of the volcano, and it gives you a cool cutscene. There is Axew, a new one that I've not yet seen here. Whoa, who are you? Why are you on my turf? Get out of here or get ready to catch these tusks. I'm not afraid of you. Why aren't you scared? Wasn't I menacing enough? If he was Haxorus, maybe. Let's be honest. If he was a Haxorus threatening me, I might be scared, but not Axew. He's too cute. Well, don't get too comfortable. Someday when my tusks are big and intimidating like Haxorus... Oh, that's funny. Yeah, if you were a Haxorus, I would be a little scared. I'm going to scare you off so good. But how about we be friends until then, okay? I just think it's funny, like, all these Pokemon, when they spawn in, any of the Pokemon that have, I don't know, any kind of intimidation factor, they're all like, hey, I'm going to rough you up, dude. And then they're like, never mind, let's just be friends. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And here's Sudowoodo, by the way. Standing in the rain, that goes against everything I've ever been taught about Sudowoodo. He can't stand the thought of water, much less a sprinkle of water. There's my honey. Okay, so we're finding Greedent. Finding Greedent. Stay on task here. Oof. Cinderace is just straight up sleeping in the floor. That's kind of embarrassing. I should probably get a bed for Cinderace. I thought I made a house. This was the house. This is... This is literally Cinderace's house right here with these nice, luxurious hotel beds. I've got Cinderace. Okay, now, okay. Volcarona, like, and Cinderace are fire types, right? So I've got them in here together with all this fire, these nice beds, and Cinderace is straight up sleeping in the freaking floor like a homeless person. What in the world is going on? Greedent. Where is Greedent? Okay, Greedent's over there. What is Greedent saying? Reminds me of restaurants from the good old days. So Greedent's got some dialogue over there that I need to talk about. But first, again, another distraction. I gotta get my treasure here. I don't like leaving these holes. I'm gonna fill that hole in. It's kind of like in Minecraft when a creeper blows up a hole in your yard and you're like, oh, like... I'm sorry, man, but if you leave creeper holes, like, pfft, you're a sociopath. That's kind of like pouring the milk in the bowl before you pour the cereal. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, morally speaking, but it's just enough to tip you off to the fact that you got to screw back that about a half a turn. You know what I mean? Listen to that. Rotom's playing intro title track from Gen 1. Love it. So Greedent says, reminds me of restaurants from the good old days. Oh, if it isn't Chase, can I help you with something? You want me to cook for a restaurant in a big building? You really have been getting up to some pretty impressive things out there, haven't you, sweetie? I got people that, at like food establishments and things like that call me honey bun and sweetie and all that kind of stuff, and it always kind of catches me off guard. I don't know about you. You're kind of like, sweetie, you don't even know who I am. You know, I never really intended to leave this town, but I could never refuse a request from you, Chase. Dumpling. Oh, Dumpling. Oh my goodness. So yes, I'll go to that building for a while at least. Just lead me to the building site. Follow me. Now then, off we go. So here's my question. Can I now fast travel from right here to Skylands and Greedent follows me? Let's find out. Go to the Sparkling Skylands. Yes. Taking you back to your home. It didn't say anything. Because sometimes I've tried to do that and it'll say this Pokemon has unfinished business in wherever and they stay there. But it didn't say that this time, so maybe that's a good sign. We'll see. Okay. You've arrived home. There Greedent is. Golly, what do you want now? Glimmet. Ditto, you are my friend. I am thankful. This is for you. It is to show my appreciation. 3 pieces of iron ore. Okay, cool. Greedent. Aren't you tired at all, Chase? Rest is important, you know. Ha! Ha! Oh, that's rich. Okay, is Greedent still following me? Yes, Greedent is following me. Sweet. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I thought Gardevoir may have been saying, I'm glad you came to visit, as in talk. Oh, maybe she is. I say she. I don't know that the Pokemon have gender in this game. Will you trade with me, Ditto? No. But maybe Gardevoir was talking to, Greedent. I don't know. Alright, come on, Greedent. We got a mission. Come on. Come on down the main street of the slums that I've built here for my Pokemon. Come on up these rickety stairs. Dang, Greedent. I didn't realize how big Greedent is. Like, most of it is its tail. And in this case, it's got cooking utensils hanging off of it. Greedent can get around, though. I mean, Greedent isn't exactly an Olympic athlete. All that eating it does, but it's moving. Come on, Greedent. Up the steps. I still haven't figured out, like, these crystals here. I wondered if they are... I think they're called Mysterious Stone. I think when you collect them, let me see here. Yeah, Mysterious Stone. It almost made me think, surely that's not like the Terastal crystals from Scarlet and Violet. I really, really doubt it that has anything to do with the plot in this game, but that would be kind of cool if it was. But the tooltip on it said, let me see. A beautiful transparent stone. It seems to possess a strange power. That just made me think of like Terapagos and like Scarlet and Violet DLC, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but that would be kind of neat. Cutscene, what we got? Hey there, you made it. Happy to add you to our crew. You must be that Greedent who's real good at cooking. Oh my, you flatter me. I am incredibly good at cooking, though. I heard our dear Chase was up to something interesting, so I came to help. Now that's the kind of gung-ho attitude I like to see. Thanks again for coming here. We're gonna need your help once we start working on the 3rd floor. Okay, so I'm assuming Greedent will be necessary. Alright, feast your eyes on my fancy building skills. Okay, I didn't mean to talk to you. I'm trying to get into this collection box to build the building. What's that clock symbol mean on Tinkaton? Does that mean it builds stuff faster? Because Tinkaton's specialty is not just build, it's like engineer, I think it's called, and it's like it said that it's helps you build major building projects. I think it was, so maybe that's if Tinkaton is leading a building project, it gets done faster. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Okay, we got Greedent. So we need Dreepy, Glimmet, and Misdreavus. So, okay. What did I say? Glimmet, Dreepy, and Misdreavus. I tell you what, I love this glide. This makes my life a lot easier. There's no fall damage in this game, by the way. Like, you just kind of go splat and you pop back into place. Kind of cool. Where Glimmet at? Not in here. Glimmet and Glamora are weird Pokemon, by the way, are they not? It looks like a freaking onion floating around. And it's rocking poison. Like, what is up with that? What in the heck is going on here? You standing on top of my... I guess Dragonite's standing on top of the pole, but it was like standing in the air, which maybe it can do. I don't know. Welcome back, Ditto. Did you find any things that are good today? They also talk weird. Follow me. I need you for stuff and things. Let's see here. What did I say? Dreepy and Misdreavus. This is Misdreavus's house. So I'm gonna drop a honey to summon said Misdreavus. Let's see here. I've heard it pronounced Misdreavus. I've heard it pronounced Misdreavus. I've always said Misdreavus. That's just, I think it makes more sense. Where you is, Misdreavus? There she is. Hey, I'm back. That nice that nice smell brought me home. Follow me. Do you guys remember Misdreavus in Gold, Silver? How freaking ridiculous it was to find one. I think it was post-game. Like, there were so many Pokemon that were post-game. Larvitar is an example. Houndour. I believe Misdreavus. Who else do we gotta get? Dreepy? Where the heck is Dreepy? Hang on. We gotta go find Dreepy. And you play through the whole game, and they've got some of the coolest new Pokemon introduced in Gen 2 locked to the post-game in Mount Silver. And I'm like, what is up with that? Let's see. But I guess it's kind of a reward for completing the game. I mean, not that you would really do much with those Pokemon afterwards. I guess there is like the Battle Tower in Crystal. I don't know where the heck I'm going. I don't even know where I put Dreepy. Okay, it's in this house. Let's see if Dreepy is home. Ooh, squishy clay. So you see the stuff that piles up like that? That's because some Pokemon have the specialty litter, and they will drop useful items like that. I'm gonna have to use a honey because I don't know where the heck Dreepy is. But they'll drop items like that that you can just collect, which is kind of nice. There is Dreepy. I love the Dreepy line, by the way. One of my absolute favorite pseudo-legendaries, 100%. Dragapult is sweet. Dreep, that smells so good. Follow me. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna run up here. Actually, I don't guess I need to run up there. I keep doing that, I don't know why. Also, I've noticed, like, the Pokemon, there doesn't seem to be much of a limit on how much distance you can put ahead of them. As long as they have a path to follow you, they don't, like, stop following you if you get too far ahead. As long as there's a path and, like, the elevation isn't too high and they can climb it, they seem to pretty well stick with you. Because if they have trouble following you, you get like a notification pop up and it says, hey, someone's having trouble following you or whatever. But if they have a path, they seem to hang with you pretty good, which is kind of cool. Okay. By the way, Sparkling Skylands seems to be like a city, like metropolitan area. So it's obviously Saffron, but I've also seen references, like some of the clues that you pick up, to Celadon. So I don't know if it's like the ruins of Celadon and Saffron put together, or what? But you actually come across the ruins of Sabrina's gym, which is kind of cool. And like you meet Alakazam in this area as well. Okay, so I'm gonna need glowing stone, copper ingots. I'm gonna have to go back to my base in Withered Wasteland for that. And I still need, how did I miss that? I still need Dragonite, Ninetales, and Pupitar. Okay. Okay, I requested all those. I need Dragonite, who is over here. Alright. Oh, Dragonite's telling me well done for my flying skills. Ah, the moon is so pretty. Maybe it's a good night for me to stay up late. Follow me. You gotta love Dragonite. I don't care who you are. I love that episode of, I think it's Pokemon. Is it Pokemon Generations? One of those, like, mini-series anime things. Where it shows, like, different, pieces of the games in anime form. And there's the one where Lance and his army of Dragonite show up to, Lake of Rage and shut down the rocket operation there. It's pretty awesome because Dragonite's like all mad and kicks in the door. I absolutely love it. There's Ninetales. Vulpix and I get along quite well. I can tell they have a good heart. That's funny. That's cute. Vulpix and Ninetales just chilling together. Okay, I'm gonna need you to follow me. I don't know, I guess I just always assume that Pokemon that float are lighter inherently than Pokemon that don't, but I guess that's not the case with my loss on the quiz earlier with Glamora. Here's Pupitar. So many new Pokemon around here. It's all thanks to your hard work, Ditto. You're dadgum right. It's you sure ain't done nothing. Which, in fairness, they put you to work, but you can put them to work too. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship, I think, with the Pokemon in this game. Which, you are a Pokemon, by the way, in this game. But, as much as they keep you hopping for all their different requests, you also force them to do labor for you, so there's that. I mean, really, are these cities and towns that we're building, or are they internment camps? Think about that. Because we're forcing them to work, in all honesty. I don't know if I need to wait until they get up here or not. Oh, they need to be closer. Okay, so we're gonna wait. Dragonite. There it is. Someone's having trouble following you. So maybe I got ahead of myself when I said that you can't get ahead of Pokemon. Heh. Let's see. Who's having the trubs? Okay, there's Pupitar. What was the other one? Ninetales? Well, where the heck is Ninetales? What are you doing, Ninetales? I guess Ninetales got lost and gave up. I thought Ninetales was supposed to be all smart and wise. I don't know about that. By the way, the visuals in this game are fantastic. These Pokemon are looking nice. They are looking nice. The lighting, the shading on them, on the models, are just fantastic. And they're all animated very well. Despite a lot of criticism to the contrary in other games, which some of which I can agree with. I mean, Ekans sliding across the ground in a coil in BDSP, give me a break. I mean, that's no bueno. All right, there they all are. Now I just need glowing stone, copper ingot, and for that, we're going back to my base in the Withered Wasteland. Here we go. Taking you back to your home in Withered Wasteland. 5 Pokemon at once. Good to know. You can only have 5 following you at once. Pikachu. Pikachu is another peculiar character. It's... I don't know how to describe it. A Pikachu you meet at Bleak Beach. That's part of the story. That I guess has had its life force sucked out of its body because it's all pale and its tail is small and its eyes are bigger. And there was something about it helped out one of its friends when it was sick or something to that effect. So apparently Pikachu can change form when it has lost its vitality. Which is something totally new to this game, right? Alright, we needed, what was it, copper? That's gold, not copper. Looks kind of copperish. There's the copper. Okay, with the mysterious stone, I think it looks like confetti cake. You know what I'm talking about, those confetti cupcakes? That's what it looks like to me, right there. Doesn't it look like... Yeah, that's glowing stone. What did I say? Did I say mysterious stone? I don't know what I freaking said. We're going back to the sparkling Skylands. But it looks like that confetti cupcakes you get. Each of the biomes have their own, like, plants and soil and things like that too, which is kind of neat. There's certain kind of flowers and bushes and trees and blocks, like the nature blocks, like grass and dirt and that sort of thing that you can only get in certain areas, which is kind of cool. You have arrived home. All right. We're going to head back up here. I love Rollout, by the way. This is awesome. Just rolling around as Graveler is just super cool. Oh, by the way, speaking of Graveler, I need to tell you all this. And this is a true story, right? I shared, I think, in previous videos that I have played Crystal version an ungodly amount of hours. That's the Pokemon game that I've played more than any other Pokemon game. It happens to be probably my favorite Pokemon game ever, including the Gen 2 remakes, because nostalgia is real. I have played, gosh, let's see. I started playing Pokemon, it wasn't too long after Gold and Silver first released. I mean, it was within months. And I got a Game Boy Color. It was a lime green Game Boy Color. We're going to start building this thing. Be done at 10:07. Here's a cutscene. Looks like we've got all the materials we need and a full crew of eager Pokemon to help. Thanks for getting all this together, Chase. Well, let's get to it then. Time to start building the 3rd floor. Alright. But I had a lime green Game Boy Color, I had blue version, and I had a silver version. And I don't know how old I was. I mean, if, let's see, red and green would have come out 96 in Japan, right? 96? Then was it 90? Yeah. And then was it 97 when red and blue came out in the US? It'll take some time to finish, so come back later. Alright, so now we wait, and they're going to keep working on the next part of this building. That's cool. I guess they're just like working their way up. And that's not going to take too long. That's only, let's see, an hour from now. Okay. But I got blue, I got silver, and a Game Boy Color for Christmas as a kid. And the rest is history. And I guess that would have been... Was Gold and Silver 99 or 2000? I'm horrible with time, by the way. Like, my sense of time is so distorted. I don't even hardly know what day of the week or time of day it is most of the time. Left to my own devices, I'd probably stay up all night and not know where on earth I am. But anyway, the rest was history. It was the first games I ever played. And so I've played Crystal version 20-25 years on and off. Like, you know, I've played through the game probably a dozen times or more, and never once have I seen a shiny in that game. Never have I seen a shiny in gold, silver, or crystal. I'm gonna go on the Pokemon Center and see what's in here. I think you can trade with certain Pokemon in here, so let's see what's up. Ooh, it's Miss Magius. I've prepared some quality wares. Cool. We got the Pikachu couch. I'm definitely gonna grab that. I've got one already, but I wouldn't mind having another one. Let's inspect this and see. Someone's journal number 4 has been added to your human records. This city was a dazzling metropolis the last time I came here with Chase. Now it's barely recognizable. Oh, so this is my trainer. This was the trainer of Ditto, of you in the game. Apparently the ground in this area has been rising up so quickly that it's caused many of the buildings to collapse and the roads to crack. Some scientists believe that if things continue at this pace in a matter of centuries, this area will be as high as a mountain in terms of elevation. Interesting. It looks like most of the people who once lived here have evacuated already. I suppose I should go too. It breaks my heart to leave Chase behind, but it's not forever. No matter what, I'll come back someday, and then Chase and I will travel the world. Okay. That is interesting. It was a metropolis, so that's consistent with like Saffron. The ground rising up. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. But anyway, I've never seen a shiny Pokemon. It's like 1 in, what is it? 8,000 some odd odds. In Gen 2, the base odds. And there's really no way to increase it except for breeding. With a shiny Pokemon, breeding can increase it. The trading is interesting in this game because you basically just give something of equal value. And it can just be like a pile of dirt. And you can trade that way. I think that's kind of cool. Here's dirt. I'm literally trading dirt for this. And sand. Put the whole stack there. I love the Pokemon Center theme in this game too. Nice and peaceful. Never seen a shiny. And then I was playing Crystal on Virtual Console for the 3DS a few weeks ago. I'm talking 25 years, give or take, of playing the Gen 2 games. Like, literally. There we go, that's an even trade. How do I confirm this? Oh, plus confirm. Okay. Trade. I want a Pikachu sofa. Faux show. What is that? Spectator chair. That's cool. Like a gym chair, maybe? And kid you not, I was on the route right below Blackthorn City, where Graveler spawns a ton, and I was just like grinding out for the Elite Four. And I straight up encountered the first shiny that I have ever encountered in gold, silver, or crystal. And it was a Graveler, a shiny Graveler, which is kind of an orange gaming fridge. That's awesome. I need to get me one of those. And if you know anything about Graveler, Graveler can learn a move called Self-Destruct. Guess what that shiny Graveler did? The only shiny that I've ever encountered at base odds in Gen 2. It self-destructed. Yeah. And part of me wanted to like cry because I was so upset that I missed a shiny, but also like out of gratitude that I finally saw a base odds shiny in the Gen 2 games. It was something else. And I was telling my wife, I was like, I just saw a shiny. I just got a shiny in Crystal. It's a shiny. I can't believe it. Like 20 years of playing this game, I've never seen a shiny. And she's looking at me like, are you nuts? Like, what are you talking about? Because, you know, the only like Pokemon games that she's ever really played is Pokopia now, and before that, Go. And so doesn't understand the value of shinies, or at least what they used to be. I don't know what else to trade on this. Let's see. I know I need limestone for stuff, but whatever. It seems to have a lot of weight. a lot of weight, so to speak. There we go. So yeah, and I was like, this is crazy, and I was like looking up the odds. Ooh, rare Pokemon, I need that too. Apparently Pokemon, I think when you mine it, it's like 1 in 100 chance or something like that of spawning as a rare Pokemon. They both come from the same block. Regular Pokemon and then rare Pokemon. We'll just do more limestone, I guess. I'm sure I can get more of that at a Dream Island. Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna take a lot. Oh. It's rare for a reason. More limestone, more limestone. I don't need that grass. Throw that up there. There we go. The grass put it over the edge. Awesome. Trade. I do want that rare Pokemon ingot. Thank you very much. But, I mean, shinies in, I don't want that. Those are common. Sea glass fragments. I don't want the rest of that stuff. That's just junk. But, I mean, shinies in Go, that's a dime a dozen, you know. Especially, like, Community Day. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I think my record on a Community Day, actually, let me check. I wrote it down. It was the Vulpix Community Day. I think it was. Let me see. My Community Day shiny record in Pokemon Go. This was this February 1st. It was Vulpix, where you had a Alolan Vulpix and Cantonian Vulpix at the same time. I caught 39 shinies in one Community Day in 3 hours time from 2 to 5. I don't know that I'll ever top that because that was maximum effort and there was a lot of caffeine in my bloodstream, like probably more than what is healthy, and I drink a lot of caffeine. Yeah. Because it keeps my brain on a somewhat level playing field with your average person. So, I don't know that I'll ever top that. That's a lot of shinies. But, I mean, the shinies, they're like giving them away and Go. Which, you know, I guess is fine. But then you can only transfer so many at a time to home because I'm still building, like, you know, my living decks and shiny decks and all that stuff. And there's so many restrictions to how many Pokemon you can transfer to home at any given time. I'm gonna try to go find Conkeldurr. I think his home is over here. Get some limestone going. Or concrete, I guess I should say. He turns limestone into concrete, which is pretty cool. They're busy. Oh, is he building? Was he one of the ones up there building? I can't even remember. I don't remember. But if you send a shiny to home from Go, it is like a ridiculous amount of charge or whatever it takes for the transporter thing. And so you can really realistically only send, I don't know, 3 or 4 a week or something like that. And so you're catching more than you know what to do with. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic. What do I want to return to? Yeah, I'm gonna let that build for a bit, and let's go to Bleak Beach. I don't think we've been to Bleak Beach yet. As I've been recording, that is. Bleak Beach being the remnants of Vermilion City from the Kanto region, which is kind of cool. Something that I thought was really neat is, I don't know if y'all remember, but if you're an OG like me, you might, there's a building here in Bleak Beach, which once was Vermilion City, that I believe, from what I can tell, is the building that came out of that dirt spot that dude and his, it was either a Machop or a Machoke, I can't remember, and they were stomping the ground. I don't know if you guys remember that. And if you talk to him, he's like, he said something like, my Machop or Machoke or whatever is stomping the land flat to build a building, but I ran out of money. And it always made you kind of wonder, like, did Game Freak intend for that to be a building and they ran out of cartridge space and so they just nixed it? I don't know. It's kind of a mystery, actually, that I've seen a lot of people talk about. But it turns out it's in this game. It's over, I want to say it's like over this way. Oh, I got plants here too. I'm going to take these plants and move them to my main. That's something else we're going to do today too. I'm going to move these plants and just consolidate them. Because I'm going to be honest with you, like, if I've got crops spread out over 3 or 4 different maps, that ain't going to happen. I got to have them all in one place. Or there's no hope of a chance that I'm going to be optimizing my crop game. Yeah, this is it. From what I can tell. So, like, right here on the map, this is the part of Vermilion City where the dude was stomping the ground with his Machop or Machoke one. I can't remember which. Maybe it was Machamp. I think it was either Machop or Machoke. Let me know. Look it up. I'm not looking it up right now because I'm trying to record, but let me know. Was it Machop, Machoke? I can't remember. But I am pretty certain there was like a clue that you pick up, and it tells you that this is the building. It was a lighthouse that they were making, and that is pretty dadgum cool. I just appreciated that. I think that's what I saw. But Bleak Beach, it's neat, because when you first get here, it's all cloudy. And it looks like nighttime. Ooh, who's hungry? So hungry. That must be Mosslax. I think Mosslax is down in there. We'll go talk to Mosslax and see what's up. But yeah, it's Vermilion City, and that's the SSN over there. I'm like, that is awesome. Like, the SSN is in ruins. I mean, it's not awesome that it's in ruins, but the references I have greatly enjoyed in this game, as I mentioned last time, I think. There's a treasure over here, gotta get that. See what I mean with the distractions? Like, it never ends. Got honey, need this treasure. There's gotta be a drop table for these. 5 seashells. Like, I don't know how to, like, know. Surely there's a way to know what those items could be. I don't know if it pulls from, like, a general drop table or what. So this is Mosslax. Mosslax is a Snorlax, alright? And he got mad that he lost a battle with another Pokemon, and he retreated to sleep. I'm so dang hungry. And he got buried in this dirt and moss. Hey, you there. Yeah, you, Chase. Got any food you could share? Anything's fine as long as it's edible. Just set it down right there, would ya? Appreciate it. I think I do. Yeah, I got a bunch of leopard berries that I don't need. Let's just put those right here. Something tells me he's gonna need more than one leopard berry, but we'll see. Gourmet's altar? Is that what it said? Gourmet's altar. Habitat. Putting an offering of food on this platter would surely delight Pokemon who love to eat. Alright. Oh, brought me some food, did ya? Ah, now this takes me back. I tell you what. Nostalgic? A long, long time ago, humans used to bring me food. Kinda like you just did for me. Huh. Kind folks like yourself are always giving me the tastiest treats to eat. Phew, this really brought me some nice old memories to the surface. Thanks, Chase. Okay. Your offering was accepted. You feel like you might be able to grow a little closer with other Pokemon. Huh! Mosslax has the eat specialty. Something good may happen if you offer them food. Interesting. So let's see what that is. Did that give me a buff to, like, the friendship level of other Pokemon? I don't know. Let's, where's he at in the dex? Where does Snorlax at? So it doesn't seem like this is this a national dex order? No, it can't be, because you've got, yeah, there's no way. Snorlax. Specialty, eat. Okay, that's all it says. So maybe it gives you like a bonus or something. Maybe it's different every time, I don't know. Interesting. So yeah, I completed the story anyway of Bleak Beach pretty recently. Oh, here's the building that I need to complete. There's Hariyama. Oh, speaking of Hariyama, so in shinies, the only other shiny from like what I would consider classic games, which I guess is kind of a subjective thing. I mean, personally, Gen 1, Gen 2, probably Gen 4, I would consider classic Pokemon. Probably even Gen 5. I found a shiny, I came across a shiny Hariyama in Victory Road in Emerald. And I was playing that on a cartridge on a DS Lite. And I bought that cartridge for way too much money. And the battery's dry on it too, so you can't grow the berries or do the evolutions or the shoal cave or whatever it is. But I'm glad I got it because I came across a shiny Hariyama and I did catch it. So that was pretty awesome. That is the only two legit shinies that, not that I do unlegit shinies, I don't. But base odd shinies that I've ever gotten in what I would consider classic games. I also got a shiny Psyduck in, I think it was Omega Ruby. I don't know what the odds would have been, but I don't know that it was like the 1 in 8,000. I think they dropped them starting like Gen 6, I believe. But anyway, the Orange Hut is finally finished. Give it a good look if you like. About time for the grand reveal. Here we go. That's a nice looking house. The Orange Hut is complete. Okay. And what's cool about this one, so there's like the prefab houses. This one is a modular, like I built it with a kit, but it's made up of the blocks. So that's kind of neat. I actually prefer that a lot to the prefab houses. Man, this thing is tiny. Look at that. That is ridiculous how small this is. But hey, it's a house, and I can probably move somebody in here. Let's put some decoration up, because I'm going to need some of that. I'm going to need a toy of some kind in here. Probably some lighting. I don't got a lot to work with here. Let's see. I always like to put a picnic basket in there because Pokemon's got to eat, right? They got to eat something. Let's see here. Let's see what we can make. I'm gonna make a picnic basket. I'll put some berries in it or something. Blocks, sure, why not? As a toy. And then I'm gonna get some kind of light to put in there as well. That's under utilities. I've just been making lanterns. Where'd the lantern at? There it is. I like the lanterns. You can hang them on the walls too, which I didn't realize until fairly recently. You can just hang them on up. Why is that off? Turn my light back on. Somebody wants to turn it off. But yeah, the lighting is important. The electricity is a whole thing in this game that I'm still learning, to be quite honest with you. But basically you got to have a power source like a generator, windmill, and then you hook up the utility poles and then just kind of drag them around. We can probably, I can kind of show you how that works. I'm just going to put some berries in here. And then I'm going to do a lantern or two, just to make sure it's bright. So you see that yellow line right there? So when you're going to place a item like this that can light up, that uses electricity, whatever, it has to be close. See, this one's not close enough to a source of electricity brought in by the utility pole. So what I'm going to do is put the pole like so. And I always try to take them as far as I can. Oh, that would work too. I could say, actually right there is perfect. That's the pre-made spot for it, the little dotted stone block. And then it's going to bring your electricity close enough to that item. And it's going to signify that with the little yellow line. And then it shows, yeah, that it's going to work for you. So cool. Now I just need to find an inhabitant for this house. An easy way to do that is to just go over to your PC. There's a PC. Oh, I still gotta build this dadgum Pokemon Center. I need some bricks. I think fire types can give you bricks with clay. I need to do that. Note to self. Let's knock out these challenges here. Yeah, go to your PC, open it up. Environment levels up there at the top. See where it says details minus. Hit that, and then you're gonna look for your lowest ones. That's what I've been doing anyway. So Happiny is average. We want to improve that for sure, and that's gonna raise the overall environment level up to a maximum of 10. Happiny, I don't remember. Oh, I know where Happiny was. Happiny was on the SSN, believe it or not. So we're gonna take a trip to the SSN. Or what's left of it anyway. There's some treasure. Here we go. Digging up treasure on the beach. Silphco. I've already gotten that CD before. I like how it gives you little descriptions of the music discs. Also, I think the one for Silphco, it said like something about a terrifying tune or something. Or that may have been the Rocket Hideout one, which kind of same thing really. Alright. I brought these poles into here to try to get some of the electricity working again. But Happiny originally spawned here in the SSN. And this is so cool. Like to see such an iconic location from Red and Blue brought to life like this is just really, really neat. Where was Happiny again? I think Happiny was like up here somewhere. I can't get there from here. Happiny was like close to the front of the ship somewhere. I really should get more organized in this game. I mean, fat chance of that happening, but how'd I get up there? There we go. Okay. I think Happiny had Happiny right in here. Yeah, that's definitely my jank little hole for Happiny here. Where Happiny at? This is definitely Happiny's home, but Happiny is nowhere to be seen. Maybe Happiny's hanging out over here. Yep. Ooh, Ditto, did you go somewhere? Welcome back. Happiny won't follow me. I noticed that the other night. Is that because Happiny's a baby Pokemon? I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to look that up. Happiny? My home's getting nicer and nicer. Well, it must not be because it says average on the PC. I don't know what to do. Happiny will not follow me. It made me wonder because Happiny is a friendship evolution, right? So maybe I need to feed the little cupcake before it'll follow me. I don't know. I really, really love this. Thank you, Ditto. Well, hopefully that helps. Yeah, because Happiny won't follow me. Okay, that's cute. I don't care who you are, that's cute right there. Listen to it munching. That's so dadgum cute. But anyway, here is an example of the furnace generator, whatever, for electricity. So you're just going to pop this bad boy open, put you some fuel in there, start burning it. Do you want to burn what you've placed inside to generate electricity? Yes, I do. And then that is going to activate the power. And then wherever you've got these power lines going to, it's going to draw that electricity through. Now what's interesting is it's not as simple as you've got a power source with, you know, something hooked up to it, there is a limit, right? So I don't know if there's a limit in terms of distance. That I still need to research a bit more. But there's definitely a limit in terms of how much stuff you can power with one particular source. So at some point you'll probably have to add additional sources of power, extra furnaces, extra windmills, that sort of thing. There's also the water wheels, I think, generate electricity as well. Here's a vending machine. I'm going to press the button. Roserade tea. Tea with a delicate, elegant aroma. If you take a sip and spit it out, it becomes a hot spring. Oh, that's cool. So each of these vending machines, they you can only use them once a day. Each one, I think, can be used once a day. So I should probably, I don't know if I have the recipe for those, but I should probably farm those. Is there a recipe for vending machines? I don't know. If you know, let me know. But you get 1 drink per vending machine per day that include, like, the drinks that you could actually buy from the vending machines in the original games, like soda pop, lemonade, fresh water, and that sort of thing. Here's another generator. I am shocked this thing is still going. It's got 1 log left. Oh, wow. Can I not add more while it's... Oh, okay, I just click on it and then I can... I don't have any logs left. Well, I'm definitely not burning any of this stuff, because I need that for paper, because I think the lighthouse back at Withering Wastelands, which again seems to have something to do with Team Rocket, I think it requests paper for this next phase that I'm on. Those pipes are neat, by the way. I'm assuming they're just cosmetic, but I wondered that about the pipes, if the pipes can actually carry water or whatever else, or if they are just decorative. I do not know. So there's another thing I don't know. If you know what the pipes doing, let me know, because I am very much a novice at Pokopia at this point. I'm definitely taking this one slow, which I think is kind of the intent to begin with, right? Oh, and there's also Surf. Here is Surf. And you turn it into none other than Lapras, the fairy of the sea itself. F-E-R-R-Y fairy, not F-A-I-R-Y fairy. As in like a ferry ship. To ferry people across the water. Oh, here's a trivia question. If you know what day of the week that you can catch Lapras in the Union Cave in Gold, Silver, Crystal, there's a certain day of the week, and only on that day can you encounter Lapras in Gold, Silver, Crystal in the Union Cave, right between Azalea Town and Violet City, I believe. If you know, drop it in the comments below and you get bonus points. I'll give you a shout out. How about that? I'll give you a shout out. If you know what day of the week you can get Lapras. Alright. So, yeah. I think that's probably plenty for today. At least as far as y'all watching this, if you're even still here. If you watch this all the way to the end, I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of stuff. Just gameplay. Little chatting. If you don't, that is totally cool. But if you do, that's fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed this and continue to enjoy gameplay sessions like this, because I enjoy just kind of chilling and pretending like I'm talking to somebody, playing Pokemon, talking Pokemon. That's a pretty good combination. I do need to get this Pokemon Center rebuilt, so that'll probably be one of my next priorities. And then just continuing to work on the Sparkling Skylands, which I'm assuming is kind of the last stop as far as the main story goes, but then again, who am I to say? I need to go find, I think it was Torchic has offered to help me with the bricks numerous times. Go ahead and get this treasure real quick before we sign off for the day. 5 pieces of clay. Oh, great. Good timing. Good timing. Where is Torchic at? Torchic, where you is? In your house? Where the Torchic? Who is that? Oh, I just stepped on Azurill. I'm so sorry, Azurill. Are you okay? Oh, is this a photo op? Is it a photo op? Oh. Look! It made, Sandy Gast. It made Sandy Gast in the sandbox. That's pretty cool. Azurill is another cute, painfully cute Pokemon. 100%. I wish I could find Torchic. I guess I'm gonna have to use a honey here. Gotta find Torchic. Gotta get some clay bacon here. I think I got clay. Yeah, right there. So I need a honey. Where'd the honey at? Where'd the honey at? By the way, holding down X sorts your inventory, which is absolutely, there's the honey. Duh. Absolutely critical in this game. This game is all about organization and collecting things, hence why I love it so much. There is Palmy. Don't need Palmy. There's Torchic. Torchic, if I remember correctly, gives you bricks from clay, I think. Ooh, that piece of squishy clay looks neat. Tor. Make me some bricks. I like how it's not like, the dialogue's not like, could you make me some bricks, or please make me some this? It's, make me something. Get to work, you little chickie. Hand over 10 pieces of squishy clay to be made into 20 bricks. That's a good trade-off. You get 2 bricks for 1 piece of clay. Pretty good. Yes. Got it. This will take a little while, so come back later. Alright. Cool. So I'm going to get... what is this smell anyway? I ask myself that all the time. But anyway, we won't get into that today. But, yeah, I'm going to get those bricks and then get this Pokemon Center rebuilt. And then from there, I should be clear to just keep finishing up the game in Skylands. And hopefully get to the point where I've, like, gone through the story and unlocked all the moves. And unlocked all the unlockables. And then it's just a matter of, I guess, completionist. Like, getting my max environment level up to everything. Getting all the Pokemon, collecting all the items, optimizing my towns, farms, all that sort of thing. There's just so much to do in this game. Again, to the point that it's overwhelming. But what I appreciate about it is that it doesn't hold your hand. I wouldn't say it holds your hand. This is not a hand-holdy game. But it doesn't penalize you for not doing things. So whereas like with Animal Crossing, you know, if you don't play, you know, you don't boot up Animal Crossing every, you know, once a week or whatever, and you come back and you're all frazzled and disoriented and there's cockroaches in your house and all that stuff. There's no, or the weeds like growing in your town and that sort of thing. That is not a thing in this game. It doesn't punish you for not doing things, but it rewards you for the things that you do. So that I appreciate. Especially given the fact that there's so much to do in this game. It is truly an incredible game, and I'm enjoying every second of it so far. So if you haven't checked out Pokopia, would highly recommend it. It is a real gem of a game. Ton of fun. I mean, goodness knows how many hours you could probably get out of this game. I mean, it's something else. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We'll keep it up and keep playing some Pokopia, I'm sure, in the future. And if there's any other games that you would like to see some gameplay of, let me know. ZA is another one that I'm well into the post game. I think there's maybe just a couple more things I need to do to, like, quote unquote complete the game completely. So let me know if you guys are on a Pokopia trip right now, kind of like me. We can keep playing Pokopia, or we can try something different. You got any suggestions? I'm all ears. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.